What you are looking at right now is going to make traditional front-end developers sick to their stomachs. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at the absolute raw power of the GLM 5.1 model operating inside a fully autonomous agentic framework called Druid. Look at the prompt on the screen. The user isn't asking for a simple code snippet. They are feeding the AI a raw Figma URL and telling it to build a picture-perfect copy. Watch the terminal closely. GLM 5.1 doesn't just blindly write HTML. It autonomously activates a tool called Agent Browser. It navigates to the Figma site, takes a full-page screenshot, visually analyzes the layout, extracts the fonts and colors, and then begins writing the production-ready code. It is literally acting as a senior developer, reverse engineering a complex UI design entirely on its own. Now, before I show you how to run this exact 5.1 model natively on an Apple computer at mind-bending speeds, you need to hear this. The gap between the people watching AI videos and the people actually building wealth with AI is widening every single day. If you want to cross that gap, you need to be inside my private community, the AI Money Forge. We recently locked down the group because the alpha being shared inside is simply too valuable for the public. Inside the private classroom, I am dropping the exact standard operating procedures, the agentic workflows, and the private code repositories we use to build zero-human agencies. The entrepreneurs inside this group are deploying autonomous systems that print money while everyone else is still just typing basic prompts into ChatGPT. If you are serious about owning your infrastructure and dominating this space, click the exclusive link in the description, apply for access, and secure your spot inside the Forge. And if you think this model is only good for static web pages, look at the output of what this level of intelligence can actually build. This is sunset racing. This isn't a basic Python calculator. This is a fully functional 3D racing environment built autonomously. Look at the terminal on the left. You have real-time physics calculations, angular velocity data, steering metrics, and live telemetry all looping dynamically. This is the caliber of complex multi-file software engineering that GLM 5.1 is capable of executing from scratch. Let's jump back to the terminal. Here's the ultimate flex of GLM 5.1. You do not need a massive, expensive cloud server to run it. We are firing up llama.cpp right here on a local Apple M4 Max chip. We are loading a quantized version of the model, and watch what happens when we execute the prompt. Look at that terminal speed. It is utilizing the Apple Neural Engine to generate almost 80 tokens per second, entirely locally. It is ripping through a highly technical explanation of Apple's hardware architecture with zero API costs, zero internet connection, and absolute privacy. It is a frontier-level brain running right on your desk. But the real magic of GLM 5.1 isn't just its raw speed, it's the autonomous reasoning. Back in the Druid agent, watch the execution log. The agent builds the UI from the Figma file, but it detects an error. There is overlapping text on the canvas. Instead of stopping, throwing an error code, and asking the human for help, watch what it does. It autonomously executes a command to take another screenshot. It visually analyzes its own mistake using its multimodal vision capabilities, identifies the clipping issue, and immediately rewrites the CSS to fix the layout. It is acting as both the lead developer and the QA tester in one continuous, unbreakable loop. This is the definition of true, long-horizon autonomous task execution. If you are ready to deploy these exact agentic loops on your own machine, hit subscribe, click the link below to enter the AI Money Forge, and let's get to work. To truly understand what we are looking at here, you have to look at the macroeconomic picture. GLM 5.1 isn't just a model update, it is an absolute declaration of war on closed-source AI. For years, companies like OpenAI and Google have gatekept this specific level of deep reasoning behind incredibly expensive enterprise API paywalls. Jipu AI just shattered that ceiling. We are talking about a frontier-level open-source behemoth that directly rivals GPT-4 and Claude 3.5 across major benchmarks. But the difference is, you actually own the execution. This shifts the power away from the massive tech monopolies and puts it directly into the hands of developers and agency owners who know how to wield it.